Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. So we talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Roche Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our video. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. This bowl game used to be on January 2nd, but now it's been moved to December 29th. It also used to involve the Big Ten, but now it's an ACC versus SEC matchup this year with the Clemson Tigers and the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky had a lot of drama with Mark Stoops possibly going to Texas A&M. That did not occur. So that's big news for Kentucky that they were able to keep their head coach. There are a lot of opt-outs on both sides, and Clemson does have some key players on defense that are not playing. But for Dabo Swinney, he does have some of his important guys playing. Looks like Will Shipley's going to be in there. Cade Klubnik's playing. So Clemson does have enough guys that they will have a shot to win. They are favored in this game by 4.5 points as well. And the FBI predictor gives them a 66% chance to win. As you can see, Cade Klubnik at 19 touchdowns and 8 picks. Devin Leary for Kentucky at 23 touchdowns and 10 picks. So both quarterbacks are a bit turnover prone. So whoever takes care of the ball more will have a really good shot to win. Ray Davis, it has not been announced yet that he is not going to play, but it also has not been announced that he will play. So whether he plays or not, it's going to be big for Kentucky. He outran Phil Maffa this year for Clemson, but Maffa obviously was sharing the backfield with Will Shipley. But both these teams, they've got solid coaches. Obviously, Dabo Swinney has more credentials, winning 2 national titles, but Mark Stoops has done a really good job at a program in Kentucky that does struggle to win. Me and WillND, we break down this bowl game and whether we believe that the Clemson Tigers, with this game being in Florida, who will probably have more fans in the stands, will they be able to knock off the Kentucky Wildcats? And in a down year for Dabo Swinney, Clemson can get their 9th win. Or do we believe that the Kentucky Wildcats will be able to get a big bowl mania win for the SEC, and they'll be able to get their 8th win of the year by knocking off the Clemson Tigers in the Gator Bowl?
Clemson and Kentucky. This is an interesting game because yes, Clemson's probably the better program and the more talented team, but Kentucky has like no opt-outs. I don't think there's any opt-outs for Kentucky in this one, so that makes it interesting. Ray Davis is staying. Devin Leary is staying.
Maybe these guys are not impactful. They probably aren't, but this is not good. If the opt-outs page is correct, you've got 5 guys for Clemson, and then Kentucky, they've got, I think, around 9. But I don't know if any of these guys are really that important. So, I mean, Clemson's favored by 4.5 or 5.5 according to the opt-outs page. On yours, it says 4.5.
It's different on DraftKings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it says 4.5 there. So, I don't know. I mean, Cade Klubnik, he's not bad, right? Everybody talks about how he hasn't become what people were expecting, but he's been fine. Ray Davis is a great player, but you could tell against good defenses, he was neutralized. Like, he didn't put up the stats he did against Florida and the no tackling game that the Gators put out there versus what he did against, Georgia. Like, they stuffed him. Will Clemson's defense be able to shut him down? Because Kentucky's passing attack is not all that. So it's going to be an interesting game. I'll let you pick first, though, because I've kind of gone back and forth on this one.
I mean, Clemson's coming in hot. They were on a winning streak. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with the Tigers to win 20. I'll go 28-24.
Yeah, that is a great point because Clemson at the beginning of the year, they were not very good. And then they played North Carolina. They played Notre Dame down the stretch, and they just were looking like the second best team in the ACC, even better than Louisville. So that is, good for them. And you can tell, like, Dabo Swinney runs a program where these players, they're going to care. And a lot of them are playing, and they do want to win this game because, Clemson had a down year, and they want to finish it out in the right way, build some momentum for next season. It's hard to bet against the SEC. I know it's cliche that those words will make the real happy. Don't bet against the SEC in bowl games, but usually you don't. But Kentucky's not one of those teams, though. They're good. But we've seen them play Iowa in bowl games recently, and some of them have gone their way, some haven't. They just struggle. They just don't look like a program that can hang with a team like Clemson if Clemson's playing well. Like you said, Will, since they finished their season strong, I'll go with Clemson to continue that. They don't have too many opt-outs. They're favored. and the game is going to be closer to them than it is Kentucky, being in Jacksonville, Florida. I'll go with Clemson to beat Kentucky 28-21. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below whether you think that Clemson or Kentucky will win this bowl game and why, and what you think about me and WillND's pick for the Gator Bowl. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.